The rain fell in steady sheets across the burned-out ridge as Corporal Keon Vale adjusted the seal on his weather cloak. Smoke still curled from the wreckage behind him. The skirmish had ended less than an hour ago. Half his unit was dead. The rest scattered. The war against the Caraet had been waged for over 5 years now, and yet in all that time Keon had never stood this close to one of them without raising a weapon. She knelt near the crater edge where the last explosion had thrown her down. A deep gash ran down her shoulder to her flank. Her armor cracked open in places like a shell that had been dropped on stone. Her limbs trembled, but she held still. Her silver eyes watched him, unblinking, daring him to come closer, daring him to strike. Keon stepped forward slowly. His weapon hung on his hip and used. One wrong move, and she could lunge. One wrong move, and she could tear out his throat. The Caraet were bred for battle, taller than humans, stronger, and trained from youth in brutal survival rites. But even warriors bled. Even warriors broke. He reached her side, and she still did not move. Her breath came in short rasps. The greenish blood that soaked her flank had slowed to a trickle. He dropped to one knee and pulled out the small medical pack, strapped to his belt. "Why are you helping me?" she asked. Her voice low like rough stone dragged over sand. Keon looked at her again. Really looked. Not at the armor or the alien shape of her, but at the fear buried beneath her pride. The pain masked behind sharp glares. "Because you're hurt," he said. "And because I can." She hissed, then winced as the sound made her ribs twitch. Her lips peeled back. Not quite a snarl. Not quite a smile. "My name is Keon," he said. "What's yours?" She hesitated, then spoke. "Zharei. Zharei." The name echoed in his mind like a drumbeat. He had heard it in combat briefings. A high-ranking warrior in the Thyrak Company known for brutal efficiency and no mercy. He patched the wound slowly, carefully. Every time his fingers brushed the edge of her skin, she flinched slightly but did not strike. When he was done, he offered her water. She took it. Her long fingers brushed his glove. Just for a second. They sat in silence after that. The smoke around them grew thinner. The thunder overhead rolled away. In the quiet between storms, a strange stillness settled. Like neither of them knew what to do next. "You should kill me," she said finally. "No," he said. "Then you're a fool." "Maybe, but not your fool." Zharei turned her head and looked at him again. Something had changed in her eyes. The hatred still lingered, but beneath it something raw stirred. "We were told humans had no honor, that you bomb our hatching fields, that you burn our dead. And we were told you eat prisoners, that you poison crops and steal children. Do we? He echoed. They stared at each other, not as enemies, not as soldiers. Just two creatures trying to survive a war neither of them started. Zharei shifted. Her voice dropped. "They told us if we surrender, your kind would break us, cage us, strip our dignity. They told us if we captured one of you, you'd tear out your own throat before speaking. I still might let you." Her eyes narrowed again. "You are not like the others." I could say the same. Keon stood and offered a hand. She stared at it. Then after several long heartbeats, she reached up and gripped it. Her hand was callous and firm. Clawed fingers wrapped around his wrist. But she let him help her to her feet. She swayed. He steadied her. They made their way slowly to a nearby ridge where his emergency beacon had fallen. Keon activated it, but knew it would take time for pickup. Zharei leaned against a stone pillar, breathing hard. "If they come and find me here, I'll be taken," she said. "Or worse." "I know." "Will you let them take me?" "No." "What will you do?" He hesitated, then shrugged. "Depends what you do next." She tilted her head. "What if I walk away? Then I'll say I never saw you. What if I attack you now? Then I'll die probably. She studied him again, her expression unreadable. Then she stepped closer. You're not afraid of me. I was. Not now. Why? Because I think you're tired too. Just like me. She looked away. The clouds were breaking. The first streaks of sunlight pierced the gray. They stood there without speaking. Wind tugged at their cloaks. Then Zharei did something Keon never expected. She reached up and touched his face. Not a strike. Not a test. A touch. Gentle. Brief. Her skin cool and dry. Your people won't understand this, she said. Neither will yours. She nodded, but maybe one day someone will. The sound of a shuttle drew near, a low hum that vibrated through the stones. Keon turned. Zharei did not. Go, he said. She looked at him. You sure? I am. She hesitated only 1 second, then turned and limped away into the trees. Her figure vanished in the mist. Gone. The shuttle landed. Medics jumped out. Commanders barked. Keon told them about the fight, about the losses, about the wrecked beacon. He told them the enemy had retreated. He did not tell them about Zharei. Later that night, after the debriefing, after the wounds were cleaned, after questions ended, Keon sat alone in the barracks, watching the stars from a narrow window. Somewhere out there a warrior he should have killed was still alive, and part of him hoped they would meet again, not as enemies, but as something more.